Hilbol.
Namo Arihantaram, Namo Sitaram, Namo Aryaram, Namo Vachayaram, Namo Loesava Sahunam, Eso Panchanamo Yaro, Sava Pavanashino, Manglaram Chasavesim, Padamam Hoi Mangalam, Padamam Hoi Mangalam.
Have it clearly bol. You have said it, but have it clearly bol. Namo Arihantaram. Let it be very clear. Yours is very quick.
Okay. Namo Arihantaram, Namo Sitaram, Namo Aryaram, Namo Vachayaram, Namo Loesa Sahunam, Eso
Namo Loe Savva Sahunam. Look, Savva Sahunam. Clearly bol.
Namo Loe. Can I start again?
Yeah, start again. Yeah.
Namo Arihantaram, Namo Sitaram, Namo Aryaram, Namo Vachayaram, Namo Loesa Sahunam.
Savva Sahunam. Because now you're not a beginner, okay? Now you have moved, you have done classes for almost a year now. Savva Sahunam.
Savva Sahunam, Eso Panchanamo Yaro, Sava Pavanashino, Mangalaram Chasavesim, Padamam Hui Mangalam, Padamam Hui Mangalam.
Good, much better, much better. Okay, good. Now just adjust your camera. Fine. Okay, now Kreet has prepared a game today. Kreet, explain to everybody. Let's play the game first, and then we like learn other things.
So this game is about the patch. The char Pariya, the char Pudgal, the char Jeev.
Hotu bolas. Sarkho bol.
So this game will talk about the Jeev, the char gun of Jeev,
Char gun of
the
Jeev.
char gun of Pudgal, the smallest units of life, and Kriyavati Shakti. So
Okay,
this
wait. 1 minute to bore. Hanika is here. So that. Okay, 1 second. Hanika, turn on your video. Ahil, turn on your video. Okay. Kreet, explain.
So today we're playing a game that's talking about the char gun of Jeev, the char gun of Pudgal, the smallest units of the 6 substances, and the Kriyavati Shakti.
So now
this is the smallest unit of the 6 substances, so which is Jeev, smallest unit is Jeev, then Pudgal's smallest unit is Parmanu, then Dharmastika's smallest unit is Dharmastikai, Adharmastika's smallest unit is Adharmastikai, Aka's smallest unit is Pradesh, and Ka's smallest unit is Samai.
good boy. Fine boy, lo ekdam. Okay, so now you have to remember. I explain, Kar.
Then a bit bigger is the Kriyavati Shakti. And then over here.
No. Elo can explain kar. Kriyavati Shakti kya be dravyama che?
So Kriyavati Shakti is in 2 substances, Jeev and Pudgal.
Good boy.
So this is, if I say Jeev or Pudgal, you can do this for Kriyavati Shakti. Then this is the 4 gun of Pudgal, so Sparsh, Gandh, Ras, Varna.
No, Sparsh, Ras, Gandha, Varna.
Sparsh, Ras, Gandh, Varna. So this is the 4 gun of Pudgal, and then extremely wide is the 4 gun of Jeev, which is Sukh, Darshan, Charitra, Gyan.
Very good. All your answers were correct. Clap for Kreet. Baddu ane properly memorize kari nahi bocha. Good boy. Okay, now let's start with the game. Ask your question. So quick revision. This means the smallest unit of the Chadravya. This means Kriyavati Shakti of Jeev and Pudgal. This means the char gun of Pudgal, and wider, the widest actually out of the four, means the four gun of Jeev. Okay, ball.
Yes. Okay, so Jeev.
Now, everything nahi kar, okay? Play the game like this so that it becomes easy for them. Okay, Kriyavati Shakti. Kreet, play.
Parmani.
Wait, Kreet, play one round, and then the second round you play with them, okay? So play, let me say it and you play. Now, Ahil, adjust your camera, and even Hanika, adjust your camera. We can't see your hands. Okay, Kriyavati Shakti. Okay, Parmanu. Sparsh. Ahil. Ras. Darshan. Sukh. The smallest unit of Jeev is Jeev itself. Ahil and Hanika, you're slow. Both of you are slow. These two boys are slightly fast. Be quick, okay? Okay, next is the smallest unit of Dharmastika is Dharmastika. The smallest unit of Akash is Pradesh. Kriyavati Shakti. Kriyavati Shakti of Pudgal. Kriyavati Shakti of Jeev. Ahil, wrong. Okay, it is the same, okay? It is because Kriyavati Shakti only is in Jeev and Pudgal. So that is the reason why Kreet made this action. Okay. Fine. Now Kreet, now you've got the hang of it. Play.
The smallest unit of Jeev is Jeev. Kriyavati Shakti. Sparsh. Sukh. Charitra. Sukh. Verse. Sparsh. Gandh. Sukh. Kriyavati Shakti. The smallest unit of Dharmastika. Pradesh. Sukh. Kriyavati Shakti. Kriyavati Shakti of Pudgal. Pradesh. Sukh. Gyan. Sparsh.
Ahil, wrong.
Gyan is big. Like separate.
Gyan is the biggest. Remember? Gyan is the widest. So, Jeev is the biggest, and the gun of Jeev is Gyan. Okay? Fine. Okay. So Hanika answered most correct. So did Neet. Ahil, you were slightly slow. Okay, one more time. One more round,
Now
and then we stop.
let Rahil say.
Okay, Ahil, ball. Unmute.
Okay, so the smallest unit of Jeev. Kriyavati Shakti.
Great play.
Oh,
Kriyavati Shakti. Kriyavati Shakti of Jeev. Sparsh. Ras. Gandh.
Wait, you're moving your hands. Okay.
The smallest unit of Jeev is Jeev. Kriyavati Shakti of Pudgal.
Continue ahead.
Sparsh.
Sparsh.
Ras.
Continue. I'm just coming in 1 second. Just continue.
Sparsh. Ras. Varna. Gyan. Kriyavati Shakti of Pudgal. Smallest unit of Jeev is Jeev. Kriyavati Shakti of Jeev. Sparsh. Darshan. Varna. Darshan. Charitra. Kriyavati Shakti of Pudgal. The smallest unit of Jeev is Jeev.
Now let Hanika do.
The smallest unit of Jeev is G. Putkal. The smallest unit of Putkal is Pradesh. Sparsh. Darshan. Gyan. Gandh. The smallest unit of Jeev is G. The smallest unit of Kal is Samar. Charitra. Darshan. Gyan. Gandh. Varn. The smallest unit of Jeev is Jeev.
And one last one, Hanika.
The smallest unit of Kal is Samar.
Yeah. Okay, good. So everybody did well. Okay, not that
No.
I was.
Neat
Yeah,
is
boy.
left. Neat
Oh,
is
Neet
left.
is left. No, I know Neet is left, but Preet, you were only supposed to conduct the game. These two just did it, like because you requested Ahil, okay? So for next week, Neet, you make up your own game. You make up your own game, and you will play. You will make everybody play the game, okay? So like this way, everybody will remember everything. And you can even add other things. You can even add like how many gun does Jeev have? Like if like you can even have a sign like this. Look, infinite can be this sign, or you can have infinite like like a sign like this, or like maybe you can even add like things um, how many angles does Jeev have? So then people just have to say numbers like this too, or like Neet, you can even ask a question: how many dravyas are there? Then people have to do 6 very quickly. Okay. Or you can even ask like how many shastras did Kunda Acharya write? So the answer is 5. So you can even have numbers where people just have to show the number very quickly. All right. Okay, fine. Now, okay, now let's move on. Okay, yesterday in the Gujarati calendar was called Kartik. Kartik is a month, like January, February, March. Kartik is a month. And Vad means like, okay, listen to this. This is actually very interesting because this is part of the universe. In the Gujarati calendar, the month is divided into 15 days and 15 days. So what is 15 plus 15, Hanika? 30, isn't it? Just unmute fast.
30.
Yeah. So 15 plus 15 is 30. Now the first 15 days, listen to this, is called Sud. Now you have to remember all these things. Remember, you're going to take Kevardnan one day. So you're going to know everything about the entire universe. So you should not feel intimidated when you're asked to remember. Okay? If you have Ahil, you have the capability of to take Kevardnan. That is infinite knowledge, infinite knowledge. So is this too much to remember? It is not too much to remember. So say it boldly, Ahil. Say no, boldly.
No.
It is not. Okay. At your age, you should remember everything by heart. Everything by heart you should remember. Okay. So the month has got 15 days and 15 days. Now listen. 15 days of the month is called Sud. S-U-D. Well, it's not da, it is da. Da for darwajo. Okay. The door is called darwajo. So it is da for darwajo. So Sud and the next 15 days is called Vad. V-A-D. Vad. So the first 15 days are called Sud and the next 15 days are called Vad. Now, so this is how our Gujarati calendar works. We have months and every month is divided into Sud and Vad. Sud means when like the moon is visible, and Vad means when the moon slowly starts to disappear. So Vad are the dark days. Like basically Vad is dark for obvious reasons because now the moon is disappearing. And Sud are the bright days because now we can see the moon. It is easy, isn't it, to understand? It is not complicated. It is actually not complicated. It is quite logical. Sud are the bright days. Why, Krit?
Because the moon is fully
Visible.
visible.
Yeah, not fully invisible, but you can say visible because even then, day by day, it starts to become less. So the answer is visible. So the moon is visible. Okay. And Ahil, like what is Vad?
It's not very visible.
Exactly, it is not visible. So Sud and Vad. Okay, so this is how the Gujarati calendar works. Not Gujarati calendar is not the right word actually. The right word is the Indian calendar because it's not only in Gujarat, but the whole of India, they actually use this calendar of Sud and Vad. Now, this is important for you to understand. Why is it important for you to understand? Because we will have special dates like say Gurudev's Janma Divas, the day he was born, then the day Gurudev passed away, then, for example, the day Srimad Rajchandraji was born, the day he passed away, then the day Mahavir Bhagwan was born, the day he attained moksha, everything will be in the Gujarati calendar. It will not be in English dates. So if you understand, then it'll be easy. Now, like, let me give you an example. Let's see who has understood. Kartik is a month. Vad, Satam. Satam means 7. Who can explain? What this means? Easy. Come on. Raise your hand quickly. It is not difficult. Hanika, bol. Vad.
I'm not sure, but
Vad.
is it
No. You know the answer. What is Vad? Need help.
The other 15 dark days of a month.
Exactly. So the dark days, okay? The dark days. So Kartik is a month. That I've already given you the answer. I've already given you that answer. Kartik is the month. All you had to say, Hanika, what is Vad? So the seventh day of Vad. How many days are there in Vad, Hanika?
15.
15. There are 15 days. So the seventh day of Vad, okay, is Kartik. So it is like saying January 15th. But just in the English calendar, we don't use dark days and bright days. So this is the only addition. This is the only addition because look, we use January 15th, don't we, in English? Isn't it, Ahil? But here one extra thing is added in the middle. One extra thing is added because in the Gujarati calendar, of course, it's not Gujarati calendar, but we are so used to saying Gujarati calendar that in the Indian calendar, the middle is added. Is it Vad or is it Sud? Now let me give you another example. Shravan is a month. Shravan is a month. Shravan, Sud, Teras. Teras means 13. I've already given you two answers, Ahil. You only have to speak one answer. Sud. Unmute.
Sud.
Means?
Like when the moon is not visible.
When the moon is visible.
Is
Okay. So say Sud are the bright days.
Sud are the bright days.
And Vad are the dark days.
Vad are the dark days.
How many days does Sud have, Ahil?
15.
And how many days does Vad have?
15.
Very good. So Sud, is it bright or dark?
Bright.
And Vad?
Dark.
Sud?
Bright.
Vad?
Dark.
Sud?
Bright.
Vad?
Dark.
Good. Okay, now I think everybody has understood. Krit, you have understood? Okay, now quickly let's move on because this is something new we did like today. Now, again, one more point we're adding today, which Ahil learned one day when the three of you were not there. Ahil was there that day. In the month, as you know, that there are 15 and 15, that you have understood. So in the Vad, there will be an 8th day, isn't there? Isn't it? There will be the 8th day. And there will be a 14th day, isn't it? I mean, because there are 15 and 15. Isn't it, Hanika? So in the Sud, there will be a 8th day called aatham. This is an important word. This is a very, very important word. Like maybe when in your houses you've heard Aje aatham che. Hanika, you've heard in your day, isn't it? Because in Hanika's house, everyone is very religious. Kritnit, have you heard aatham? Ahil, you've heard aatham? Good boy. Okay, aatham and chaudas. Chaudas means 14th day. Kritnit have heard about it. How about you, Hanika? How about you, Ahil? Chaudas. Okay, good boy, Ahil. Fine. Okay, aatham and chaudas. So now, let's see who is the best in maths. In a month, this is such an easy question. Let's see who raises their hand fast. In a month, how many aatham are there? Krit or Nit, whoever raised their hand first.
2.
And in a month, Ahil, how many chaudas are there? Bol.
2.
Ahil, fast. What did you say, Ahil?
2.
2. 2. Okay, so in a month there are 2 aatham and 2 chaudas. So this is clear, isn't it? Because in the 15 days, Hanika, what does Sud mean?
The days that have the moon visible.
Ah, see, for you, the easy word is bright days. Bright days, why? Because we can see the moon. So the easy word is bright days. And Vad, Hanika?
The days that is the days that are not bright, the days that don't have the moon is not visible.
Yeah, okay. So the dark days. Now, what is the significance of aatham and chaudas? Why are we learning this? Ahil, do you remember? Bol. Alokane sikhar.
Because on aatham and chaudas, it's a full moon, so the water levels rise.
It is not a full moon on Aatham. But
Aatham,
half of your answer is correct. Aatham and chaudas, what happens in the universe, this is a scientific thing. Nobody has created this. What Ahil said, half of his answer was correct. On Aatham and chaudas, listen to this, Kreet. The water level naturally rises a lot. Maybe, I don't know if you have heard this, maybe you have not heard about this, but your parents might tell you that if you're near the coast, your parents might tell you, Aaj Aatham che don't swim in the ocean. They will tell you, and I don't know if you've heard about this, some of you might have heard about this. When it's Aatham and some people who have swum in the ocean, they've even died. Because naturally what happens in the universe at that time, it had happened last year, or like, was it this year? I don't remember. But I had heard about this, like in Mombasa, there were some boys who were swimming and it was Aatham that day. So the water level was very high, and unfortunately, those one or two boys, they died. So this is a natural thing that happens in the universe. On Aatham and on chaudas, the water level in the universe increases. Now, in your science class, what is the percentage of water? What is the percentage of water in the universe? Yes, Ahil.
70%.
Very good boy. Now, in your body, what is the percentage of water? Miss Sanya, you are very, very late. But anyway, now listen to these people. Yeah.
70%.
Yeah, 70%. Okay, like maybe Hanika, you have not learned it because you're still a bit younger than them. So in the universe, in the whole, sorry, not in the universe, like in our earth, Sanya, listen to this because your class was with Taisha. You were supposed to come early, but now just listen, okay? Okay. Now in the universe, Sanya, 70%, sorry, not universe, earth. 70% of our earth is water. And 70% of our body is also made out of water. Okay, now let me ask you a question. So should we be drinking good quality of water or bad quality of water? Hanika.
Good quality of water.
Why?
Because it's making our body.
Exactly.
So
it is making a large percentage of our body. Imagine Kreet need muscles, bones, blood, etc., like the cells of the body. It is only 30%. Only 30%, Sanya. Only 30%. The muscles we have, the bones we have, the other structures we have in the body is only 30%. 70% of the body is water. So what kind of water should we be drinking? Of extremely good quality of water. Now, Ahil, in our Shastra, Sanya, in our Shastra, Acharya Bhagwan is written we should boil our water and drink. Or should we be drinking from filters? What do you think? Sanya?
I think we should boil it because then like it kills like the living microorganisms living on it.
Very good, girl. Ekdam perfect answer, Boily. Okay. So we should be drinking extremely good quality of water. We should be drinking extremely good quality of water. If we are drinking from filters or if we drink bottled water, is it good enough? It is not good enough. Because Acharya Bhagwan, who has got more knowledge? Do we have more knowledge? Do we have more knowledge, or does Acharya Bhagwan have more knowledge? Acharya Bhagwan has got more knowledge. Why? Why? Don't just say yes. Why does he have more knowledge than us? He's in which Gunastan and we are in which Gunastan, Kreet?
He's in the sixth Gunastan and we're in the first Gunastan.
And have we experienced the soul? Has he experienced the soul? Acharya Bhagwan has experienced the soul. So who has got more knowledge? Somebody who has experienced the soul or someone who has not experienced the soul?
Someone who has experienced the soul.
So who has more knowledge, a scientist or Acharya Bhagwan? Ahil, who has more knowledge?
Acharya Bhagwan,
Why?
because he has infinite knowledge.
No. Acharya Bhagwan does not have infinite knowledge. Who has infinite knowledge, Ahil?
Siddh Bhagwan.
Arihant Bhagwan and
Yeah.
Siddha Bhagwan. Arihant Bhagwan and Siddha Bhagwan. So Acharya Bhagwan has got like a lot more knowledge than we have. A lot more knowledge than we have. So Ahil, does the scientist have more knowledge, or does Acharya Bhagwan have more? I mean, who has more knowledge?
Acharya Bhagwan.
Acharya Bhagwan has got far more knowledge than the scientist. Why, Ahil?
Because
Which
he's
Gunistan,
experienced the soul.
yeah, okay, correct answer. Which Gunistan is the scientist in, and which Gunistan is Acharya Bhagwan in? Ahil.
The scientist in the first Gunistan and Acharya Bhagwan in the sixth.
Gunistan. Okay, so the quality of water should be extremely good. You might go on holiday. Now you might not get drinking water over there, which is boiled. Then what do? In your hotel room, remember you have a kettle? Remember, all of us, we have a kettle whenever we go. Every hotel room has a kettle. So what do, Hanika? You boil your water and you drink, because you can get ill. Look, Acharya Bhagwan is always writing good things for us, isn't he? Isn't he, Hanika? Or like, how many of you think that Acharya Bhagwan is just writing to scare us? How many of you think like that? He's just writing to scare us, but actually things like that don't really happen. How many of you are like thinking like that? Acharya Bhagwan, remember, he has got a lot of compassion. He has got a lot of goodwill for us. He's not writing for the fun of writing. He's not writing for time pass. He's not writing because he wants to show off his knowledge. He's writing because Ahil, Kreet, Neet, he has genuinely got very good thoughts for all of us. Sanya, he has got a lot of compassion for us. He has got a lot of compassion for us. That okay, if our body stays well, this is a very important thing, Kreet. If our body is well, then we will be able to concentrate on soul experience. Now, Kreet, for example, if your head is hurting, you have fractured your hand, you have maybe elderly person has got diabetes. Do you think he will be able to focus on soul experience? Or he will always be focusing on the body all the time? He'll be focusing on the body. So Acharya Bhagwan is teaching us to look after our health, the body, the body's health. So point number 1, which all of you have to take home, is boil your water. Even if you're buying filtered water at home, maybe Keringet or maybe Aquamist, any water you might be buying at home, I don't know. You must boil your water, because Acharya Bhagwan is not written drink filtered water. Because in filtered water, listen to this is again very scientific. In stagnant water, what happens? You have learned this in science class. In stagnant water, what happens? Germs grow. Germs grow in stagnant water. And that bottle of Keringet that we buy from the shop, do you know it has stayed in the shop, Hanika, for months? It has stayed in the shop for months. It is a very stale water. It is very, very stale water. Then we bring it home. Say if you're 4 people in the house, that bottle, which is a big bottle, might last, say, 3 weeks, for example. So first of all, it has stayed in the supermarket for months. It has stayed over there. And remember, they put chemicals in it to preserve that water. So how many of you want to drink stale water? Raise your hand. How many of you think we should drink boiled water? Yeah. Okay, fine. Very good. So we should be drinking boiled water. Now, what happens? You go on camping trip And there maybe you can't boil water. Maybe you cannot. Of course, in camping you can. Okay, let's forget about camping. Maybe you go hiking. When you're hiking with your friends, you're out and about. Now you're not near the campsite where you can actually boil the water. What is your option at that time? You take with you loving. How many of you know what is loving? Clove. Hill, have you seen this in your kitchen? Okay, now you ask your mom to show you what is loving, because Hanika, these 4 children know what is loving. Okay, so you take in listen to this, because Krita and Neet are like generally like going for trips. So you take in like a small like dubby, you take in a small box, you take some loving. Now listen to this carefully, everybody. That loving, if you put it in water, if the water is not boiled, it will stay fresh for 6 hours only. For 6 hours only, that water will stay fresh. After that, you have to change the loving. You have to put in fresh loving. Now, how many loving do you put? For example, if you have a 1 liter bottle, just put 2, 3. It is enough. You don't need to put a lot, because otherwise you will get the flavor of loving, which you might not like. Or if you like the flavor, go ahead and put it. And why is loving very good? Why is loving very good? It keeps our teeth clean. Loving is very, very good for our teeth. And also, once it goes inside the body, it becomes antibacterial. Right? So if you're going on a hiking trip or somewhere like a holiday destination where maybe you cannot boil water, but these days always remember, if you go to India, if you go to Mombasa, if you go to any lodge all over Kenya, we always have a kettle in the room. Remember to boil your water and drink boiled water. Okay, point number 1. Point number 2, in case you cannot boil your water, take loving with you. That loving will keep your water fresh for how many hours? Who can raise your hand? Neat.
6 hours.
6 hours. It will only keep it fresh for 6 hours. Okay, we had deviated from the topic a little bit. We were talking about aatham and chaudas. Sanya, listen to what Hanika has to say. Hanika, in the universe, on Earth, what percentage of water does the Earth have?
70%.
Good girl. And Ahil, what percentage of water does our body have?
70%.
Sanya, repeat.
The earth has 70% of water and the body also has 70% of water.
Good girl, very good. Okay, so now because of this reason, remember this. Today is aatham. On aatham and chaudas, we don't eat green vegetables. Now, it is not to restrict ourselves. In green vegetables, listen to this, Sanya, there's a lot of water. There's a lot of water. Now, already, Ahil, on aatham and chaudas, naturally, the water level is high in the body, higher than normal. It is higher than normal. So normally, if it is 70%, just this is only an example, it might be 80% on aatham and chaudas. Naturally. So when you consume more water, it is actually flooding your kidneys and it is making your body weak. Look how much Acharya Bhagwan is thinking for us. So aatham and chaudas, what should you be eating? You should be eating like mug, any form of lentils, mug, chana, tuer dal, aradni dal. How many of you have eaten this at home? All of us have eaten this at home. How many of you eat mug no shak? Kreet, you are eating mug. Suna Paris. Raise your hand, Kreet. Say, of course you have eaten mug. Okay, mug. How many of you eat like chana bhatura? All of you are eating chana bhatura. Look, so raise your hand. How many of you eat dar bhat? Everybody is eating dar bhat at home. So on aatham and chaudas, what you have to remember, you have to consume lentils. And now this is a scientific reason. Acharya Bhagwan is not wasting his time to like write for us these things. He's writing for our good. When on aatham and chaudas, if we are going to be adding more water in the body, Sanya, what will happen? The body will get diseased. The body will get diseased. How many of you want a diseased body? Raise your hand. How many of you want a clean body? All of us want a clean body. Nobody likes to go to the doctor. Nobody likes to take medicine, isn't it? Okay, now let's come to the spiritual reason. Now, this is the reason for the body. Now, what is the spiritual reason? Ahil, Greet. The spiritual reason is that aatham and chaudas, these 2 days we should be thinking a lot about the soul. We should be thinking a lot about the soul, because this is like a parva, like Paryushan. Aatham and chaudas come in the month for us to, it is like celebrating like Paryushan, where in Paryushan we're thinking about the soul. We are doing activities which are good for the soul. Maybe we sit down for meditation. These are the activities we should be doing on aatham and chaudas. So today's aatham, remember. Sania, today's aatham. So before you go to bed, all of you have to think about this one. Hu atma chu, marama anant gun bharela che, marama anant sukh che, marama anant shanti che. હું જ અરિહંત ભગવાન જેવો ભગવાન છું, પોતે હું જ ભગવાન છું, હું સિદ્ધ ભગવાન જેવો હું ભગવાન છું. હવે from what angle are you a ભગવાન? Yes, Preet. Dravya angle. No, Paryay angle. From like Paryay angle, isn't it? Ahil, isn't it? From like Paryay angle. Why? Why not from Paryay angle, Hanika?
Because the Pariyai has thoughts and emotions, while like Arihant Bhagwan has experienced the soul, and basically when you experience the soul, you don't have any thoughts and emotions.
Okay, your answer is correct. Add on this. Who can add on this? આપણે કેમ દ્રવ્ય દ્રષ્ટિ, દ્રવ્ય angle થી આપણે કેમ ભગવાન છે? બોલ આહિલ.
Because the parya is always changing, and
No,
so like,
now your answer should not be from the paryay. Answer your answer from dravya. Why is it that you, Ahil, as a soul, and Arihant Bhagwan, why are you same? Hanika.
because
Is it because the Dravya is constant?
Okay, constant is, I'll give you 40%, but it is correct, but it is not fully correct. Who can elaborate? Quickly. These are things that we have learned maybe 2-3 months ago. It is not something new. Why is it that you and Arihant Bhagwan are the same from Dravya angle? Because Kreet, you have got infinite good qualities. Arihant Bhagwan has got infinite good qualities. Neet, was that your answer? Yeah, so clap for Neet. Okay, because he's the only one who thought. Okay. Why are you the same? When we say hu Bhagwan, Pratyana to Bhagwan to nathi ne. We're still sitting at home. We are not in like Arihant state. So Ahil, from what angle are you and Arihant Bhagwan the same?
dravya.
Why?
Because like dravya is constant.
That is not the full answer. Even I told that to Hanika. What is the answer?
Because dravya has infinite good qualities.
Yes, but your dad was helping you. Okay. So the Dravya has got infinite good qualities. Your Dravya and Arihant Bhagwan's Dravya are the same. Both of you have got infinite good qualities. So why is it that we are not yet Bhagwan? What is our mistake? Neat.
We have not experienced the soul.
No, why haven't we experienced the soul? That is my question. Yes, Hanika.
Because we have different thoughts and
Wrong,
changes.
wrong. Krith.
Because we believe that we are a body.
Wrong. Why? Okay, Hanika's answer was partly correct. It was not correct, but it was partly correct. Okay, why do we believe we are a body? Why do we have thoughts, emotions, etc.? Because we're always looking at pariya. Haven't we done this before? We have done this before. You have forgotten. You must not forget. Why is it that we have still not experienced the soul? Krith, answer.
Because we are yet in the pariya state.
No, not we are yet in the pariya. No, that's wrong sentence construction. Because we believe our existence is limited to pariya only. Do we believe that I am made out of anant gun? Do we actually believe that? Because we don't believe it, we don't experience it. So what is our mistake? What is our mistake? Listen to this carefully. Our mistake is only one. We don't have too many mistakes even. Ahil, Hanika, our mistake is only one. We believe that our existence, Krith, is limited to pariyai only. That is our mistake. Now imagine, look, we have done this example before. This is pariyai. Now this is dravya. What is our mistake? That we are only looking at pariyai. We are only looking at pariyai. We are forgetting to look at the other angle, which is full of infinite attributes, infinite good qualities. So what are we supposed to do? Remember also we used the eyes and we did the example. Remember we did it. So if we close the eye of the pariyai, now we only look at dravya. At the moment, what are we doing, Ahil? We have closed the eye of the dravya. We are only looking at pariyai. So that is our mistake. That is our mistake. Hanika, what is our mistake? Our mistake is that we have closed our eye, and we have closed the angle of dravya, and we're only looking at pariyai, and we think pariyai is the whole atma. So what are we supposed to do? We have to close the eye of the pariyai and now only look at the dravya angle, which is made out of infinite good qualities. So aatham and chaudas, we have to think like this. Anant gun varo cho. This is what you have to think on aatham and chaudas. Okay, Krith? Neat? We have about 5 minutes remaining. Aatham and chaudas, let's quickly revise. Sanya, listen to this, okay? In a month, Ahil, how many days are there in the Indian calendar? In 1 month? 30. Now divide it into 2.
15.
15, okay? So, Krith, what are the first 15 days called?
Sud.
What are the next 15 days called? Neat.
Vad.
Very good. Okay, Hanika, what does Sud mean? What does Vad mean?
So so that the days that there's the way the moon is visible, and what are the days that the moon is not visible?
Very good. Clap for Hanika. Very well spoken. Okay, so Sud and Vad. Now, in every Sud, how many Aatham and Chaudas are there? Listen to the question. In every Sud, Sanya, in Sud, this Sud has got 15 days. Now, in one cycle of Sud, how many Aatham and Chaudas are there? Look, Neet is smart. Ball, Neet.
1 aatham and 1 chaudas.
1 aatham and 1 chaudas. In Vad, how many aatham and chaudas are there? Hanika.
1 atom and 1 chaudas.
What is the percentage of water in the universe? Krith. In the earth, sorry.
70%.
How many?
70%.
And in your body?
Also 70%.
70% of water. Good. Okay, so if there's 70% and like what happens on aatham and chaudas to the water level? Yes, Preet.
They increase to 80%.
Approximately. Like we don't know how much, but approximately 80%. Okay. So it increases. So should you be swimming in the ocean in aatham and chaudas? No. So how will you know if it is aatham and chaudas when you go to the coast? You have to look in the internet, in the Gujarati calendar. Okay. Because how else will you know that is it aatham or chaudas today? So that I will show you now how to look next time. Okay, now next question. What sort of water should we be drinking? Sanya.
Clean, like pure water.
Pure water. How do we obtain pure water, Sanya?
We can boil it, but if if there's like no kettle or you can't boil it, then you can put cloves.
How many cloves? 2 to 3, yeah, per 1 liter.
Yeah.
Okay, very good answer. Ekdam properly boil. Now I forgot to tell you one point. When you boil water, it stays clean for 24 hours. I actually forgot to so it is actually better to boil water when you can boil water. Okay, so whenever you can boil water, it stays clean for how many hours, Hanika? 24 hours. Okay. Yeah, fine. Now, next question. Now, what is the spiritual reason for celebrating aatham and chaudas? Now, this was the reason from the body's angle. Yes, Preet.
Pollution.
Yeah, not Paryushan, but it is like Paryushan. Okay, it is like a festival like Paryushan. Sarkirite bol.
It's a festival like pollution.
It is a festival like Paryushan. So, what are we supposed to do? Sanya.
We're not supposed to eat like green vegetables because they have water, and in autumn or chaudas, our water level increases from 70 and or maybe like around 8 from 70 to 80 approximately naturally.
So, what should we be eating instead? Sanya. Anika.
Any type of lentils.
Examples after. You know, bol. Mag bhat. Bol. Bol. Mug. Bol mug. Unmute.
Mug.
Ne biju bol chana.
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 Arad.
Urad.
What else? Tuer dal.
Tuer.
Yeah, good. Good. Look, you know these things, isn't it? Because you see it every day in your house. Okay, fine. Okay, Kreet. What is the spiritual reason? What should we be doing spiritually? On aatham and chaudas.
We should say that we're a soul. We should say we're Arihant Bhagwans, we're Sith Bhagwan. We have to focus on the soul.
And how are you like Arihant Bhagwan? Because right now you are sitting in the house. You are not like Arihant Bhagwan right now.
Because I'm thinking in the Dravya state.
From the Dravya angle. Use the
Dravya
correct
angle.
words. Now you are not like a year 1 boy. Now we have come in Jain class, maybe in year 3 or like year 4, isn't it? So now say from Dravya Drashti. Bol.
From Dravya Drashti.
So what does Dravya Drashti consist of? Neat.
Dravya infinite happiness and knowledge.
No, first you give the correct
Infinite good qualities.
infinite good qualities. Infinite good qualities. So what are you supposed to believe, Hanika? I am made out of infinite good qualities. Isn't it? Okay, good. So everybody has done well today. Just